we've called in a couple who is currently where probably a lot of you are. They are paying off debt, but they want to move, but they want to be wise. So welcome to the show, Emma and Rolando. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing your story.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Okay, so you guys are on the debt-free journey right now. You're working your way out of debt. So I want to know, how much debt did you have and how much have you paid off so far?
So we started out with $169,000, and in 25 months, we've paid off $153,000.
You guys, that's insane. That is absolutely insane.
Thank
okay,
you.
I want to know, what made you start when you had all that debt? What made you say, okay, we want to actually get out. We want to do something proactively with our money and get out of debt. What made you start that?
So initially, Dave came to our church here in Houston, and he made the pitch for Financial Peace University, the class. And Rolando was pretty much all in as soon as he heard it. I was more hesitant. We both have student loans. I had almost $90,000 in student loans. So I figured I'm always going to be paying these loans anyway. Why would we sacrifice so much? And then we laid out all of our debt when we got home. And that's when it hit me that we have to do something about this. Dave illustrated borrower being slave to a lender with the chains.
Yeah.
And that just got me whenever we laid out all of our debt. And I said, we have to do this. I'm literally working to pay my student loans.
Totally. Okay, so how long will that debt-free journey be from start to finish? What do you predict?
From start to finish, it'll be about 28 months.
28 months. Okay, and you guys own a home currently.
We do.
And so are you guys happy there? Are you itching to move? Where are you at in that process?
So we're kind of on different sides of the fence there. We're both happy where we're at. However, I'm excited that once we're out of debt, we'd be able to save up, sell our home, and eventually purchase a larger home. She's got a different perspective on that, though.
Yeah. He's the one, I guess I'm the more content one, I guess you could say. He's already looking at homes, just for fun, he says, ready to move to a bigger house. And I'm just more content and comfortable where we are already.
Yeah, so I'm curious, what's the biggest motivation to move? Do you feel like you're busting at the seams for a bigger home, or you just feel like, man, we could afford it and it'll be fine? What do you feel?
I think it's both, right? So as our family grows, I'd love to grow into a bigger home.
Yeah.
And then again, being out of debt, not having that weighing us down, it'd be a whole lot easier to move into a bigger home because we can then afford it.
Yes, totally. Okay, so the fact that you kind of have that itch and together you guys may not necessarily want the same things right this minute, what keeps you from not doing it? What keeps you guys paying off all your debt, saving up for a down payment? What keeps you on the plan when you still have that itch to move?
Well, I think starting off, it's understanding that we're so close, first of all. We're so close to being out of debt. Why jeopardize that at all right now? And then just being able to say we're free. We're debt free. We don't have any bondage now. And then again, it'll open up and free up that income.
Yeah, and I agree with that. And it's also seeing the success of focusing on this, getting out of debt, how successful you are by just focusing on one thing rather than spreading your efforts out. And then just remembering why we're doing this. We have 2 little ones. So knowing like Dave says, we're changing our family tree, and that is worth the wait for us.
So good. I mean, that's just the classic example of that long-term goal, that long-term freedom, what you see. It may not be in the moment, but you see it's out there, you see it's possible, and that keeps you motivated, which I think is just so important. So what would you say to someone watching, and maybe they have $85,000 in debt, and they're like, man, I think I'm going to start this journey, but I hate my house. I hate the carpet in it. I hate the paint. I want a different floor plan. And they just want to move right now with all that consumer debt. What would you say?
I'd say just wait. It'll be worth the wait. And again, because you'll be able to use the income that instead of paying towards debt, you'll be able to throw it at a house. You'll be able to possibly afford the home of your dreams instead of having to settle for something less.
Yeah, I agree that it's worth, it would be worth the wait. And you have to learn I guess my big word is just being content and be happy for what you do have, work at this current goal, and know that in the future, those all will be possibilities if you don't have this debt weighing you down. And like you said, you'll have even more options available to you.
Oh, I love that. Right, because it's not like you're never going to be able to have the nice home, right?
Exactly.
It just may be putting things in place for you to enjoy that home so much more than right now. So I think that's such good advice, you guys, and you're killing it. I mean, you guys are like doing like crazy stuff right now, paying off all that debt. You're sacrificing, putting some of your wants aside for the moment, but absolutely, absolutely incredible. And you're exactly right. What you said earlier, Emma, you are changing your family tree for those 2 kids. So thank you so, so much for coming on and encouraging those watching.
Thank you for having us.
So much.
Appreciate it.